Buongiorno. Today we're going to be doing some reading practice based on a guy who goes to the local markets, obviously a very popular pastime in Italy. How it's going to work, I'm going to read out a big chunk of text first, and then we're going to go through it sentence by sentence and really break down some of the key vocab and just other things that you need to ace speaking about this in Italian. So let's get started. Allora, here we go. Don't panic, there's a lot of stuff on screen. I'm going to read through it and then we're going to break it down sentence by sentence in the following slides. So, ogni domenica mattina Marco va al mercato nella piazza principale del suo paese. Tra le bancarelle colorate trova frutta fresca, verdura di stagione e formaggi locali. Gli piace parlare con i venditori che spesso raccontano storie sulla produzione dei loro prodotti. Marco compra sempre un pezzo di pecorino e un po' di pane caldo per il pranzo in famiglia. Dopo aver fatto la spesa si ferma al bar vicino per un cappuccino e una chiacchierata con gli amici. Per lui il mercato non è solo un luogo dove fare acquisti, ma un momento per incontrare persone e vivere la tradizione italiana della comunità. Okay, so let's break this down in depth. Ogni domenica mattina Marco va al mercato nella piazza principale del suo paese, which would translate to something like this. Sorry, I'll say that a bit more slowly. Ogni domenica mattina Marco va al mercato nella piazza principale del suo paese. Okay? Couple of notes here. Ogni means every, great word. Piazza principale, main piazza, so principale, principal, main. Paese, meaning village, can also mean country. It's a bit strange. It will make sense in context, but England is a paese, Italy is a paese as well, but we can also use it to mean village. Tra le bancarelle colorate trova frutta fresca, verdura di stagione e formaggi locali. Okay, so a couple of words here. Tra meaning among, so kind of among the stalls, le bancarelle. Verdura di stagione. This is more seasonal vegetable. Stagione means season. Okay, again, Italy, these local markets are very good for getting fresh and seasonal veg. Okay, if you want to practice a little bit more of your Italian reading and especially the verbs in the present, past and future, I've made a grammar practice tool which you can find in the description. I basically got frustrated that there wasn't a good way to just practice a specific part of Italian. You can't search for just future tense verbs on Duolingo or assign these to students. So I decided to do something about that. So if you want to practice, that will be in the description. Equally, if you want just a bit more personal, touch from me, I do have a weekly newsletter where I send out tips and videos for, just something a little bit extra on my Italian newsletter. So sign up to that if you want some extra practice. Okay, continuing on. Tra le bancarelle, we looked at this bit, but a couple more notes. So locali, formaggi locali, okay, here's local. However, il locale usually means the venue. Okay, so I've said like Gianni ha un bel locale. It means Gianni has a nice, restaurant, bar, hairdressers, whatever kind of venue. We can also say this phrase del posto, okay, to mean of the place. So if I said something like piatto tipico del posto, it means like a local dish. So just watch out for the use of locali there. If I said, gli piace parlare con i venditori che spesso raccontano storie sulla produzione dei loro prodotti. It will translate roughly to this. Here, gli means a lui, so to him. So it's a little bit strange to translate this because we'd say like gli piace, it's like to him likes talking to the sellers. But okay, if we're just translating naturally, we'd say gli piace parlare, he likes to talk. Spesso means often, great word, and raccontare meaning to recount or tell. Okay? Marco compra sempre un pezzo di pecorino e un po' di pane caldo per il pranzo in famiglia. Okay? Sempre meaning always, good word. Pezzo meaning piece, and un po' meaning a bit. Make sure if you're going to write un po', your phone will autocorrect you in Italian, but make sure you do put that apostrophe after the po. And pranzo in famiglia, lunch with the family. Okay, also, pecorino has two meanings. We do have a wine, pecorino wine, which is nice, but here we're referring to cheese. Pecorino cheese, it's a lovely salty Roman cheese, so I'd recommend it if you haven't tried it. Ok, dopo aver fatto la spesa si ferma al bar vicino per un cappuccino e una chiacchierata con gli amici. Ok? Aver fatto here is like done after he's finished with the shopping, after having done the shopping, he stops at a local bar. Si ferma al bar, so he stops. Fermare is a verb that means to stop. So if I said, I don't know, you have to stop. No, because we probably use mettere there. If it was like I needed to stop the car, devo fermare la macchina. But you can it's also used to mean like, how long will you stay? If I said, quanto ti fermi da me? Like for how long will you stop at mine? Like 2-3 days, etc. Okay. A little bit more in this section. So chiacchierata is a chit chat. This is one of my favorite words in Italian. Somebody who is a chatterbox is a chiacchierone. So I'll say that slowly. Chiacchierata. Okay, please, I'd encourage you to use this word. Ok, per lui il mercato non è solo un luogo dove fare acquisti, ma un momento per incontrare persone e vivere la tradizione italiana della comunità. Ok, luogo is a place or location, and acquisti is things that you can buy. Okay, I'm not going to read this out again, but do have a go. Okay, see if you can recognize some of that vocabulary now. Just practice reading it aloud. And I'm going to go ahead and link a video here that I think you will find helpful to watch right after this one.